Aska, the energetic and strong mother. Yamato, the younger brother who's always in his own little world. Follow us as we karate kick all your daily frustrations away. Asuka's revenge.
My name is Aska. I have a younger brother, Yamato, who is 2 years younger than me. He got married 2 months ago.
I told her that I wanted to date her a little longer, but she said she wanted to get married as soon as possible.
He said shyly. Oh my gosh, are you seriously bragging about your fiancé right now?
I think a year and a half isn't too fast.
Both me and my brother, Fubuki, were laughing about this at the time. My brother and I were both single at the time, so we were all really happy about his marriage. Your brother's wife is over, so you can come over too, Asuka. I called Fubuki over too. I'll definitely be there. I've only ever seen Yamato's wife at the wedding, so I'd love to get to know her better. I was excited, heading to my parents' house. My mom was cooking, but apparently she was missing some kind of spice, so she asked Yamato to drive her to the store. It was just Yamato's wife, Nami, and I, so I wanted to talk about something when... I have something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have a second? She suddenly started talking to me instead. Huh? Yeah, what's up? Is it about Yamato? She looked very serious, so I was actually worried. I asked about it, and... Let me just cut to the chase. I would like you to build our house for us. Huh? Of course, in Yamato's name. I want you to pay for all of it. I was completely shocked at what she just said. I don't really understand what you're saying. We didn't get much from you as a celebration, so I want you to make up for it by paying for our house. Huh? Not much? Also, once I have a child, I will let you hold it, so I want you to help us with our fertility treatments. She'll let me hold the baby? What is this attitude? Is she talking as if I'm never going to get married? Sorry, I'm not sure I get it. I don't get why I have to buy you guys your house, and even if I were to do that, I wouldn't buy a house under his name. I even gave you guys $2,500. Only $2,500? Right? I understand you wanting help with fertility treatments, but you realize with how you're saying things, you're making me really not want to help at all. I said something that I thought made perfect sense, but she just started bawling. You're making fun of me for needing fertility treatments? No, that's not what I said. If you don't buy a house, then you should give us this house. And where are my parents supposed to live? She just kept not making any sense before my brother and mom made it back home.
Huh? Why are you crying?
You're totally bullying your brother's wife, aren't you? Of course not. If anything, she's the one messing with me. It was almost as if I was actually bullying her, with her bawling like that. Both my mom and brother were shocked, but she decided to implode before I could explain myself. Yamato, listen! She's so mean! I said that she didn't give us enough for our celebration, and so I wanted a house, and then she said no. And she said she won't help with any fertility treatments, too.
Huh?
Why would Asuka... Nami ran to Yamato on her own, so I didn't need to say anything. But now both of them were also staring at Nami with a confused gaze. You're so rich and you only pay $2,500? That's insane! You think so too, right? I think that's more than enough.
I was gonna stay over tonight, but I think I'll head home for now.
Huh? Why? We should talk about all of this with them right now.
No, Nami. Who do you think Asuka is?
Huh?
Why would Asuka have to pay for our house?
Because she's an investor and she's super rich, so she should do that for her siblings.
should do that?
Besides, the problem is that I only got 2,500 for our celebration.
I still don't get why you're going on about that. It's more than enough.
I just want this house then. I need to cut back on our rent.
What are you talking about? We're both gonna work hard and take out a loan for a house, right?
Nami-san, what are you thinking? This family is not your personal bank.
Yeah, she's an investor, but she's not rich.
Huh? What? Nami-san really looked like she was puzzled by what was being said. My mom and brother looked equally puzzled.
This isn't getting through to her. Let's go home and talk about it there. Sorry, Mom. I know you cooked for us. Sorry, sis. Sorry about everything.
He pushed a still-crying Nami-san out the door. After they left, my older brother Fubuki showed up.
Huh? Where's Yamato and his wife?
They left. When we explained everything to my older brother, he had something surprising to say.
Oh, I knew that was the kind of person she was.
What do you mean, you knew?
Well, 3 days before the wedding, I got a call from Yamato, and when I answered, Nami-san was on the line saying that since I was working at a really big firm, I should have paid more. I even brought more today.
How much did you bring?
$3,000.
My mother was furious after hearing about this from Fubuki. She immediately called Yamato to come back to the house. Once back at the house, Yamato dropped this bomb on us.
We talked about things at home, but we're getting a divorce.
What?
She told me she had loans, but didn't tell me, so...
Oh no. Apparently, Nami-san had quite a bit of personal loans taken out that she didn't tell Yamato about. That was one of the reasons that she wanted to marry him, quickly. The fact that our parents' home was in one of the best parts of the city, the fact that his older brother was an elite corporate worker, and his sister was an investor. This was all appealing to her, apparently. I see. That does sound appealing. Our house is on a good land, but it's pretty old, and I may be an investor, but I'm not rich.
And I work a corporate job, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna live alone for the rest of my life. So I live a very frugal life. Yeah, so that's why she wanted to cut back as much of rent as she could. I would be alright with it if the reason she took out the loans was for good reason, but...
Why did she do it? Apparently, she just spent the money to chase down celebrities. She said she wouldn't quit either. According to Yamato, even while they were dating, she would often go on vacation with her friends overnight. He didn't know that these trips were to chase celebrities. Jun-kun is my life. How do you not understand that? Jun-kun? Who is that?
His life is more important than Yamato, huh? Yeah, I got it. That's why we're getting divorced.
Why? I wanted to have a daughter and go on a tour with her. I married you so that I could make that dream come true. You wanted a daughter to go on tour with. That's why you wanted fertility treatments.
Okay, you can ask someone else for help for that. I can't help you.
But we don't have to get a divorce. We can figure out how to work together. Yamato was pretty adamant in his decision to get a divorce, but Nami-san was not having any part of it. No. We explained what happened to Nami-san's parents. They had known about her celebrity obsession, but they didn't think that it was so far as to take out loans. They agreed to the divorce immediately. A month later, the divorce was settled, and since they weren't married for long, there weren't any monetary problems. No! Why are you telling me to return the loans on my own? Nami-san was screaming till the very end.
Enough! Your partner and his family are not your personal wallet!
Exactly. What has gotten into you? Stop embarrassing us more than you already have. Nami-san's parents were quick to shut her up. They grabbed her and took her back to their house. So it took 3 months before Yamato was single again. We were all still single. I'm Katomi. I recently got a divorce. I live with my 2 kids. The older one is 7 and the younger one is 4. Today, I got this ridiculous text from my ex-husband. Listen to this.
Happy anniversary, babe. It's been 9 years now. Time flies, huh? I love you so much.
We're not even together anymore.
I really appreciate everything you've done for me, Katomi. Come home, okay?
What? We're divorced now. What the hell is he talking about?
I reserved us a table at 7 p.m. See you there. Stop being stubborn.
What?
The kids must miss me. Every kid needs a father.
I divorced him about a week ago, but what's wrong with him? And the thing is, he was the one that brought it up. Here's how it happened. A few months ago, I got my inheritance money, but then he said,
Build a new house with the money you got. If not, I want a divorce.
Fine by me. Divorce it is then. He wanted me to build a new house for us and his parents. And he asked me to pay for everything. Unbelievable, right? Why the hell would I do that? I'm done with him. After the divorce, I submitted my non-acceptance request, just in case. But these texts were starting to worry me. So I called my lawyer and set up a meeting. He's unbelievable. I got up to get dinner started, but then... he's still texting me.
Just got off work. How about you? See you at home.
Should I say something to him? Or should I just ignore him? The texts keep coming.
It's almost 7. Where are you? You still mad? You're coming home tonight, right?
Just ignore him. I decided to ignore him. I went to the kitchen to get dinner started. He kept texting me nonstop.
My mom and sister are here now, so you don't have to come anymore. I'm disappointed in you, Konomi. You're so stubborn.
Ignore him.
We're almost done. Come pay the bill for us.
Amy, Kota, here you go. Eat up. Yay! What's for dinner? Steak. Enjoy. I started eating dinner with my kids. He kept texting me, but I ignored him. After dinner, I checked my messages.
Why didn't you come? I had to pay the bill myself. You owe me $600. You can pay me later.
This is a waste of time.
Wait, are you taking this divorce thing seriously? Just apologize to me and pay me back. Then we'll call it even. Just come home, okay?
There was just no talking to him. I just wanted this to be over with.
Maybe I was stubborn too. But we're still husband and wife. We gotta work together.
What?
Hey, I've been thinking. I want more kids. Love you, Katomi.
I'm gonna throw up. He was starting to scare me. When we first got married, things were pretty good. But his sister and her husband, neither of them worked. They leached off my ex-husband's parents. I wanted nothing to do with them, to be honest. And his parents lived far away, so it was fine, but... Then I got my inheritance money. That's when things started to go south. A few months ago, my father passed away and left me some money. But then, my husband told his parents about it. Then, for some reason, they moved to our neighborhood without even telling me. After that, my mother passed away, so my brother and I inherited her money, and then my ex-husband started asking me to build a new house for him and his family. I knew something was up when they moved to our neighborhood. I hired a lawyer right away. Yuta, Amy, come on, let's take a bath. I didn't have time for my idiot of an ex-husband. I turned the phone on silent, took a bath with the kids, and went to bed. The next morning, my inbox was full of new messages.
Good morning. You got the day off today, right? Can you come over to the house? I want to talk. My sisters are here, so you can bring the kids too. Let's talk about this, babe.
What's wrong with him? Seriously. Talk about what? We got nothing to talk about.
Stop ignoring my messages. I know you miss me. Maybe not yet, but come on. Let's just talk.
I had a lot on my mind. Raising 2 kids on my own wasn't going to be easy. Mom, play with me. Okay, what do you want to do? Lego. Okay, let's make a car then. Okay.
Katami, every kid needs a father, you know that. All you gotta do is throw some cash my way. It's not a bad deal. A father's love is priceless, so...
A father like him? I think they'll be better off without him. How's that? Wow, awesome, Mom! Mom, I want to try this on. Can you help me? Sure, come here.
Come on, let's just go back to being a happy family. Remember the good old days? I don't want to say this, but there's something wrong with you, Katomi. You're so selfish and all you care about is yourself. You're not a good role model for the kids.
Cute. What do you think? That looks amazing. You want this ribbon too? Yes.
You're a mother. You've gotta step it up. Call me.
I had a strong bond with my kids. I loved them very much, and they knew that. On the other hand, my ex-husband never took care of them when we were married. I wasn't gonna start taking parenting advice from him. Then, a few days later, I headed out to the city to meet with my lawyer. My brother's family lived close by, so I went over and told his wife about what happened, just in case. What? That's so creepy. I know. I gotta go talk to my lawyer, so can you pick them up from school? I'll call you as soon as I'm done. Of course, no problem, I got them. You got nothing to worry about. Thank you. Hey, I know. Why don't you come over for dinner? I'll make you guys something nice. Oh, Asuka, thank you. That would be lovely. So I went to see my lawyer.
He's quite the character.
Yeah, tell me about it. He wasn't like this before. My lawyer told me he'll contact my ex-husband's lawyer to give him a warning. If that doesn't work, he said he'll file for a restraining order.
These kinds of things, it happens.
Really? I thought my husband was just crazy. You've seen this kind of thing before?
Oh yeah, it's pretty common, actually. I guess they can't accept the fact that their marriage is over.
After that, my husband stopped texting me altogether. Thank goodness. Things settled down after that. Glad everything worked out. Time to move on with my life. I'm Katomi. I live with my husband and my 4-month-old daughter, Kotoko. We recently bought a condo near the station. But there was something troubling me these days. My husband's brother. He started coming over to our house, unannounced.
Sorry to bother you, but I need a place to stay tonight.
It's midnight. What's his problem?
Sorry, I used up all my money at the bar tonight.
Then, on another day,
I'm exhausted. I'm too lazy to go home. Can I crash here tonight?
I was hoping my husband would kick him out, but he always took his side.
Sure, man, come on in. Kotomi, make him something to eat.
Does he realize what time it is? At first. Well, he's still in college, so I guess it's fine. I tolerated him. But then, he started coming over more often, sometimes 4 to 5 times a week. He didn't care if it was past midnight or not. He woke my daughter up countless times. Seriously, I can't take much more of this. He usually wakes up around noon the next day. He uses our shower without asking and takes whatever he wants from the fridge.
Hey, can you make me something to eat? I'm hungry. Hey, can you do something about your baby? I can't sleep.
What? I finally snapped. I told my husband to take care of this. I can't do this anymore. This is our house, not his.
Oh, come on. He's just a kid in college. Let him be.
But he didn't listen. No! This is our house. He's not welcome here anymore. If you're not going to talk to him, I will. My husband wasn't gonna do anything, so I decided to take things into my own hands. Hey, listen. Don't ever come back here, okay? I can't raise my daughter with you coming over almost every day. Get out!
Fine.
After that, he stopped coming over to the house. It was such a relief. Glad that's over with. But then, a few nights later... wake up! I just heard something outside. Someone came into the house.
Oh, it's probably my brother. Let him be.
What? How did he get in? I walked into the living room. His brother was drinking a beer with a girl I'd never seen before.
Oh, hey there. Sorry, did I wake you up?
How did you get in? He pulled out a key from his pocket with a smirk on his face.
My brother gave this to me. Sorry.
I came this close to losing my mind. I ran back to the bedroom and started yelling at my husband. I told him to take the spare key away from his brother. I've had enough.
Chill out, it's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. What's wrong with you? But then, his brother said something I couldn't believe.
Look, my girlfriend and I, we both live with our parents, and we don't have the money to go to a motel every night, you know? Just let us use your spare bedroom. Stop being so cheap.
What? Are you insane? We have a baby here. She's only 4 months old.
Oh, come on now. He's in college. Let him live a little. I feel you, man. No worries. Thanks, bro. And he just started going out with her. They're in love. Just let them be.
Is he serious right now? I didn't even know what to say to them anymore. This is hopeless. There's no talking to them. Then I looked over at his girlfriend. She was stunned. Well, I guess she's not like him, thank goodness. That's enough! I'm not his maid, okay? I got stuff to do. I'm sick of having to take care of you.
Fine, let's just give the spare room to him. You don't have to do anything for him, okay?
Yeah, come on.
His brother was snickering at me. He was enjoying this. I just wanted to leap over and smack his head. His girlfriend seems upset, but he doesn't even realize that. Just get out, okay? You're not welcome here. Get out. Here's some money. Go to an internet cafe or something. Leave! I took out a $10 bill and threw it at his face. I'm so sorry. I had no idea you had a baby. He just told me it was his big brother's house, and I had no idea. I'm really sorry.
You upset my girlfriend. What the hell? Apologize to her.
Come on, let's just go. I'm leaving. With or without you.
Ugh.
Finally, they left. After that, my husband and I had a long talk. I'm telling on you. Wait until your parents hear about this. The next day, we all went to see his parents, and I told them everything that happened. So, yeah, Kotoko's only 4 months old, so... Oh dear, I had no idea about any of this. I'm so sorry. Needless to say, they sided with me. They yelled at my husband and his brother for hours.
What's the big deal? Seriously.
They have a 4-month-old baby. How stupid are you? What the hell's wrong with you?
Their dad was furious with them. After that, my husband was terrified of me. He didn't speak to me for 2 days. But then, a few days later, his brother showed up at the door again. I wasn't gonna let him in, though. I kept the door locked. A few minutes later, he started yelling in front of the door.
Hey! My girlfriend is pissed now, and it's all your fault!
Go home now. You're gonna wake up my baby. I'm calling the cops. He left without saying a word. But then, a few hours later, he came back. This time, he was with my husband.
Hitomi, why did you have to embarrass him in front of his girlfriend, huh? I know you were upset, but come on.
What? I didn't even know what to say anymore.
They just started going out, you know. You know how it is. We were just like them back in the days. Why can't you just cut them some slack?
Is he being serious?
You don't feel bad for him at all? I mean, come on. Why do you have to ruin his night with his girl? I'd be pissed too if someone did that to me.
His brother was crying now. Why are they doing this to me? Maybe I should just leave him. I can't take this anymore. My husband wasn't even that close to him. He rarely mentioned his little brother when we were dating. So why is he so protective of him all of a sudden?
Listen, he's my little brother, okay? When I was young, all I did was study and stuff. But I should have done more. You only get to be young once, so I don't want him making the same mistake as I did, okay?
Seriously, that's it. I've heard enough. Just stop talking. Then I took out my phone and called his parents' house. Hello? Hey, it's me. Can you come and get your son? I can't do this anymore.
What? Wow, hold on.
Thank you. Drive safe.
Hey, what the hell? Leave my parents out of this! What's your problem?
You don't even care about me, do you? And what else am I supposed to do? I told you 1,000,000 times to tell him to stop doing this, but you did nothing.
Ugh.
A few minutes later, their parents arrived. Their mom was crying. I'm so sorry about this, dear. His parents were really good to me right from the start. I kind of felt bad for them. My husband started to panic. His brother just kept making excuses after excuses, saying that none of this was his fault.
But my girlfriend dumped me because of her. I'm the victim here.
Shut up. Get in. Now.
Here, take some clothes with you.
What? This is my house. Stop. Shut up. Hurry up. Move.
They had to drag them out of the house. They told me my husband will be staying with them for a while. I decided to go live with my parents after that. Yeah, I'm gonna head over tonight. Alright, see ya. If it came down to it, I was ready to divorce him. I kept a record of everything his brother did to me, so I'm sure the courts will rule in my favor. And as long as he pays me for child support, I'm sure I'll be fine.
Let's talk!
No. Leave me alone. I need some time to think. We started dating when we were 17, so we've been together for 9 years now. I thought I knew him, but I guess not. It kinda hurt, but... Stop feeling sorry for yourself. I gotta take care of my daughter. I'm a mother now. When I arrived at my parents' house, my brother and his wife was there. They were all worried about me. Kotomi, you look exhausted. Come, get some rest. I'll watch Kotoko. Come on.
Kotoko! Hey there! You got so big!
Thanks to them, I finally got some much-needed rest. Things settled down after that. I was feeling much better. Then, a few weeks later, my husband called. He said they all wanted to come see me to apologize. I wasn't sure if I was ready to take him back yet, but I decided to give them a chance.
We are terribly sorry about our sons. I know saying sorry isn't going to make things right, but...
Karami, I'm so sorry, dear.
I'm sorry too. Please, come back to me. My brother won't be a problem anymore. I'll put you and Kotoko first from now on.
His brother still seemed pissed, though. He just stood there in silence. But then, my brother said to my brother-in-law,
Hey, I know. Can I crash at your house tonight? I'm Kotomi's brother, so that makes us family, right? You can cook and clean for me too. How's that sound?
Huh? I wasn't expecting that.
I'll even bring my wife with me. We'll go through your fridge, use your shower, and make love in your spare room. Sound good? What?
He went silent. I think he finally got the point. They just looked down and stood there in silence.
I'm sorry. I'll never bother you again.
Then, he finally apologized to me. All right, I'll give you another chance, but I want to stay here for a little while longer, until things settle down.
Of course, whatever you need. I'm so sorry.
Phew, finally. So, I decided to give him another chance. His brother was no longer welcome here, and if something like that ever happens again, I was leaving him. After I got it all in writing, I finally let him back in the house. My husband cleaned up his act after that. Thank goodness.
What you said to my brother the other day, it really got to me too. I'm really sorry.
Good to hear. Kotomi was thinking of divorcing you, so...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you better behave yourself. And look! Asuka took out the notebook. It was a log of everything his brother did to me. My husband looked terrified.
I'll take good care of my family. I swear. Good to hear!
I'm Kotomi. I was never interested in fashion or makeup. I don't like to stand out. I don't like attention. My brother's wife, Asuka, always said to me, "You're pretty, Kotomi. If you wear makeup, you'll be even prettier." That was nice of her, but I don't know. I don't really like putting stuff on my face, you know? And I have sensitive skin, so... And you're skinny, too? Why do you always wear baggy clothes like that? I don't know. I just don't like attention, I guess. Anyways, I was getting married soon. This is my fiancé, Yuma. We met at work. He was the quiet type, kinda like me. He was really sweet, and I looked up to him. I loved him very much. I think we were really good together. Can't wait to start a family with him. Then the big day was here. It was our wedding day. I don't really want to wear makeup, but it is my wedding, so whatever. The makeup artist was really good. When she was done, I didn't recognize the girl I saw in the mirror. And when my family came in to see me... Wow, you're pretty. You look like an actress. Oh, Gatomi, I'm so happy for you. You look beautiful.
Wow, is that really her?
See, I knew it. You look amazing, Gatomi. Congratulations. They were really happy and excited for me. Then the ceremony began.
Wow, look at her. I had no idea she was so pretty.
Damn, she's hot.
It was kind of embarrassing, but it felt pretty nice. Then, guests from my husband's side came over and said,
Where did you find her? She's gorgeous. Good for you.
She's like a princess. Look at her. I was flattered. That was amazing.
Yeah.
But then, Yuma started acting all weird. Like I said before, he always kept to himself. He didn't like attention. He was the quiet type. But that's what I like about you, Yuma. But then after the wedding, he changed.
If I can marry someone like her, who knows what else I'm capable of.
Huh?
I always kept it to myself, but maybe I'm a ladies' man.
Huh? Something inside him was changing. After the wedding, we moved into his condo near our office. But then, he started acting all strange. Before the wedding...
I don't like spending too much on clothes. These will do just fine.
Yeah, same here. We didn't spend much on clothes, but... Now... Yuma, what is all this? You bought these? He started buying designers' clothes from high-end department stores.
I'm done wearing cheap clothes.
Oh, okay, but... I don't know if that's the look for you. Just saying.
You're just saying that because you're worried I'm gonna cheat on you or something.
What? No! That's not it at all. Honestly, I thought he looked weird, but I decided to let it go. After that, he stopped wearing glasses and got contacts. I kinda like those glasses, but... oh well.
Did you see Yumi? He looks so weird without his glasses.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Before the wedding, we used to talk about stuff for hours, but now we rarely talked. He was on his phone most of the time. I think he was browsing girls on one of those dating apps. Hey! What is this? Why are you looking at Tinder?
I'm just looking. What's the big deal?
I didn't believe him. He started coming home late. Sometimes his clothes smelled like soap. He's cheating on me for sure. We work at the same place. Did he really think that I wouldn't find out? Then he started hitting on the new girls at work. He was causing me a headache. Where did it all go wrong? I tried to talk to him, but we always ended up fighting. We're newlyweds. Why are you hitting on the new girls at work? Everyone's talking about us.
Huh? Listen, the old me is gone, okay? I'm way out of your league now. You should be happy that you got to marry me. Now leave me alone.
I'm out of his league now? What? I didn't even know what to say to him anymore. When his family and friends saw me at the wedding, they all praised him, telling him how pretty I was. But that changed him, and not in a good way. He started becoming all confident, and he was like a completely different person now. Forget it. It was Friday, so I packed up my stuff and went to my brother's house. Hitomi, what's the matter, dear? You okay? His wife Asuka offered me some hot cocoa and tried to comfort me. I told her everything that happened, and I cried like a baby. My face was a mess. That's unbelievable! What the hell is wrong with him?
So that's why. I met him at the station the other day and he said something really weird.
What?
He started bragging about being a ladies' man and he said you were ugly.
What? Seriously? I know. He's so cocky all of a sudden. Confidence is good, but he just talks down on people now, and I don't know. He wasn't like this before. I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm gonna tear him a new one.
Asaka, calm down. You're adorable. You're pretty. Come back here. We'll all go there together and talk to him, okay? Maybe he'll realize he was wrong.
So we headed back to my place, but Yuma was gone, so I called him. Where are you? You better not be cheating on me.
What if I am, huh? Don't tell me what I can and can't do. I don't need you. You wanna leave me? Go ahead. I can get any girl I want now.
He yelled at me. That's when I realized it was over between us. I'm gonna divorce him. The Yuma I fell in love with is gone. Could tell me. Yuma was cheating on me with multiple girls. I had more than enough proof to divorce him. He spent most of his savings on them too. He was broke now. He couldn't even pay me for damages. His parents had to pay for him. And so my marriage was over. We only lasted 6 months. I had no idea he was like this. People change, I guess. My colleagues were all disgusted by him. He's unbelievable.
I'm disappointed in him.
Everyone stopped talking to him, and his family and friends.
What an idiot.
You'll never find anyone like her again. They were all disgusted with him as well. Then his boss said to him,
I vouched for you and you embarrassed me.
A few months later, Yuma couldn't take it anymore and quit his job. Then after he quit,
There's a loan shark here to see Yuma. What should I do?
looks like he was up to his neck in debt now. Anyways, after that, I met someone. He was very handsome and outgoing. He was the complete opposite of Yuma, but we were really good together.
You don't need to wear makeup, Katomi. You're the prettiest girl in the world.
Stop it, Takaru.
I love you. And your upper arm. Come here.
Stop it. I'm getting all fat these days. We were happily married now, and I had a baby on the way. Glad everything worked out. I'm Katomi. I lived with my husband and my 1-year-old daughter. My parents lived nearby, so during the day they would look after my daughter. Thanks, Mom. You're a lifesaver. Of course, it's my pleasure. Thanks to them, I was able to keep working at the same company I used to work at before I got married. Working and raising kids was a lot of work, but fun too. But then one day,
I want a divorce. I met someone at work. Her name is Mari Yoshida. I don't love you anymore. You can have the kid too.
my husband said to me out of nowhere,
I'm just not attracted to you anymore. I just don't feel it anymore, okay? It's over.
Seriously?
Yoshida, on the other hand, she's adorable. She's a bit clumsy, but she looks like a model. If I'm gonna provide for anyone, it's gonna be her.
He said to me. Provide? Give me a break. I make almost double as he does. He never did things around the house or helped me look after my daughter. And now this? That's when I realized that I didn't need him anymore. I decided to end it with him.
So divorce me.
Okay, sure thing. I'm still gonna make him pay child support though. And he mentioned her name, so it just made it easier for me to prepare my case. So I started looking into this girl at his workplace. But then, wait, this can't be right. Is she really dating my husband? Something felt off, so I decided to give her a call. So that's what he told me. I know it's sudden, but can we talk? What? Seriously? He said that? Okay, sure. Where do you want to meet? A few hours later, I met her at a nearby cafe. Thanks for coming on such short notice. Then she told me, I'm happily married. My husband is in the hospital right now, but we love each other very much. So, I don't know why your husband would say that. That's strange. We were both puzzled. And I barely know him. We don't even talk that much at work. Maybe my husband was just being delusional. A few hours later, I headed home and confronted my husband. This girl, Yoshida, she's happily married. She loves her husband very much. So what makes you think she'll divorce him to be with you? One day at work, Yoshida was talking to her friend. My husband, he asked me to divorce him because of his illness. He says he doesn't want to be a burden anymore. He said it was for the best, that I deserved better. So, you're gonna divorce him? No way! I love him. I can't think of even being with another man. I know we can beat this together. I don't want to divorce him. Then my husband walked by and overheard the conversation, and for some reason he thought he had a chance with her now.
She's thinking about leaving her husband to be with me. Yes!
She was friendly to everyone, but talk about being delusional. So even though she was still married and he barely knew her, he decided to leave me. I told him, "Are you sure she's getting a divorce? What if she doesn't like you?" I tried to tell him, but...
She likes me. I know I can get her. But for that to happen, I can't be married. Just sign these papers already.
Okay, here. I tried to warn him, but oh well. He agreed to pay for child support and damages, so I signed the divorce papers without thinking twice. A few days later, I called Yoshida and told her that the divorce was finalized. So yeah, he's single now, so just be careful, okay? If he tries anything, call the cops right away. Thanks for the heads up. I'll be careful, and I'll keep you posted. After the divorce, we became kinda close. She was a really sweet person. You'll never guess what he said to me today. I know he's your ex-husband, so I really don't want to say anything bad about him, but... Oh, it's fine. Go ahead. That day at work...
Get a divorce already! I'll provide for you. Your husband is sick, right? He's useless. Just leave him. I got a divorce for you.
What? Stop talking about my husband like that. How dare you?
He'll just hold you behind. You know that. Divorce him. I'll make you happy. Your husband is worthless.
He said to her. He's been like that ever since the divorce. Everyone at work just stays away from him now. And my boss? He heard him saying all those horrible things about my husband, and everyone at work turned against him. 3 months later, he ended up losing his job. But it wasn't over. Instead of taking responsibility, he decided to take it out on Yoshida's sick husband.
It's all his fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for him. I'm gonna get him.
He went into the hospital, walked around for an hour or so, and finally found his room.
Hey, useless, divorce your wife already. I lost my job because of you.
Who are you?
He started yelling at him. Needless to say, the security guard came and dragged him out of there. Then they called the cops on him.
Why? Why me? Ah!
After, his parents came and took him away. Yoshida and I became good friends after that. I felt bad for what my husband did to them, but she said I was the victim here and that I had nothing to feel sorry about. I really enjoyed spending time with you, Katomi. It's so nice to have someone to talk to. Same here. Hope your husband feels better soon. Sometimes we went to see our husband together. I am terribly sorry about my ex-husband.
Oh, it's fine. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
Look what we got! We got you some pudding! Let's eat! He said not to worry about it, but still, I felt terrible about what my ex-husband said to him. Hey, he really loved that pudding you brought him. Thanks. Oh, of course. Good to hear. Whenever things got tough, she called me and we talked for hours. I could tell that she really loved him. But then, a few years later, my husband passed away last night. Unfortunately, her husband didn't make it. I attended his funeral a few days later. Yoshida was devastated. Hey there, I got you some cake. Come on, let's eat. Tell me. Thanks, come on in. Then, a few years later, my daughter was in the 1st grade. Yoshida and I were still single, but she had no intention of getting remarried. Hitomi, you know everything about me. You're like a sister I never had. Yeah, we've been through a lot together. Hey, I got an idea. I've always wanted to try pottery. Wanna try it with me? Sounds fun. Let's do it. My ex-husband's mother called me the other day. We still kept in touch. She told me he was working 12-hour shifts at their farm now. Sucks for him, but oh well. Just glad he's out of my life. And if it wasn't for him, I would have never met Yoshida, so I guess it all worked out. Hey, wanna go to Hawaii for summer vacation? My uncle gave me free tickets to this really nice hotel. What do you say? For real? Yes! Yay! I'm Asuka. I'm 29. I'm single and I live on my own. Today, my friend Rina came over. I met her through cooking class. But then she stole this dress from me. I bought it for my Fubuki, my brother's daughter. No way! I loved my niece very much. I was always buying her stuff, even if it wasn't her birthday. I just couldn't help it. This would look so good on her. Mostly I bought her clothes. Lots and lots of clothes. Wow, thanks Asuka. It's pretty. You look great. You're the cutest girl ever. I've been doing this ever since she was born. So the other day, I got this pretty dress for her. But then... What the? It's gone? It got stolen. Rina asked me about the bag earlier today. What's that? She asked me. It's a dress for my niece. Pretty, right? I took it out and showed it off. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Wow, this is cute. This would look so good on my daughter. You got so many clothes here. Can I have it? You're single. You got plenty of money, right? Come on. She said to me. Sorry, but no. Just go buy one yourself. And I don't have that much money, you know. I said to her. But now the dress was gone. I knew it was her. I texted her right away. Did you take the dress home by accident? Can you check your bag? Nothing here. I never left the house that day, and Rina was the only one that came over, so... Can you check again? Ugh, I said I don't have it. Leave me alone. She snapped at me. I thought she was my friend, but I guess not. Only a guilty person would raise her voice like that. I knew it was her. The dress, I want it back. The next day, I went over to her house to confront her in person. Her husband was there too, so I explained what happened to him. She gave this to me, okay? You can't take it back. Stop being so cheap. Just let it go. She started saying that I gave it to her. But the thing is... What do you think? Which one do you like more? I had proof that it wasn't for her. I had texts and pictures on my phone.
Wow, this looks pretty. Thanks. My daughter will love this.
I even had the receipt, so... If you give it back now, I won't go to the cops.
Cops? Yeah, right. You think they'll give a crap? It's just kids' clothes. Go ahead. You're rich. Just let it go. Stop being so cheap.
there was just no talking to her.
I trust my wife.
Her husband was on her side, so I decided to take action. I gotta play this right. Like she said, the police might not take this seriously. So I got a lawyer and headed to the police station in the city to submit an official complaint. 3 days later,
Can I ask you some questions?
a detective showed up at Rena's house. What? Rena and her husband were terrified. I guess they really thought I was bluffing. She confessed right away. I stole it.
What? You lied to me?
The lawyer advised me to settle. I don't want you to go to jail or anything, Rena. I just want the dress back. And an apology. So I decided to settle. A few days later, we all met at my lawyer's office to sign some papers. But then, Rena's husband said,
Is it really necessary? I mean, it was just a dress. Come on.
What was that?
Nothing.
My lawyer shut him up pretty quickly, though. I'm really sorry. Rena apologized to me. She was crying. I was ready to accept her apology and put this all behind me, but then she said, But the thing is, she graduated from a good college and got a really good job at a big company. She's got everything going for her. She never has to worry about money, and she lives in a bigger house than us. I was just really jealous. It's not fair. You have everything. Okay. But I've had my share of hardships. For instance, my parents left me. Dad ran off with his girlfriend after my little brother was born. Then, when I was 7, Mom left us. She just left home and never came back. We went to live with my grandparents after that. There were 3 of us, so it couldn't have been easy for them. I worked really hard in school to get a scholarship. I worked hard for years and got a good job so I could provide for my family. I earned this. You have a loving family, Rena. What else do you need? Don't ever call me again. Things got kinda awkward for her after that. She quit the cooking class and moved out of town. Amy, look what I got! Oh, wow, so pretty. Thanks, Aska. Oh, you're such a princess. Look at you. When my brother got married and had kids, I was so happy. As kids, we've been through a lot, so I just wanted him to be happy, you know? Can I try it on? Of course. I wanted my niece to have everything we did as kids. I'm sure my brothers feel the same way. Oh, Asuka, you'll make a great mother someday. Me? Nah, I'm probably gonna be single for the rest of my life. I thought about starting my own family from time to time, but I don't know. After everything that happened to me as a kid, I was a bit scared, I guess. Rena said I had everything, but I didn't even have a boyfriend. All I ever did was work, so... But I wanted to make some new friends. That's why I joined the local cooking club. I really thought Rena was my friend, but I guess I was wrong.
So you hired a lawyer? That must have set you back quite a bit.
Yeah, but money wasn't the point. I just wanted the dress back. And an apology.
I see. Sorry you had to go through all that for my daughter.
Oh, don't be. Maybe I was a bit stubborn too.
Asuka.
Anyways, after the incident, I quit the cooking class and joined a different one. Then about 2 months later, I met someone.
Asuka, how much salt do I put in here?
Huh?
You're the best chef here. Can you teach me?
Oh, sure. His name was Ryota. He started talking to me. We became good friends.
We use the same ingredients, so why is it that yours tastes better than mine?
Oh, thanks.
Hey, can I ask you something important?
Is that okay?
Okay. What is it?
Well, will you be mine?
Oh! I told him everything about me. A part of me was hoping that he'd give up, but another part of me was hoping that he'd keep going.
If you're not sure about having kids, that's fine by me. I want to be with you, so... Plus, my sister already has 3 kids, so... It's fine. Really.
Oh,
So, will you marry me?
yes? A few weeks later, I went to see his parents. I was a bit worried at first, but... Wow, this is amazing!
Yeah. Do you have more? Pretty good, right?
They were really nice people. They accepted me for who I was. You've been through enough, dear. We'll be your family from now on.
Yeah, you're one of us now.
They were so sweet. But...
Yeah, welcome to the family, Asuka.
My name is Aska. I recently got married to my husband, Ryota, and we live happily together. Wow, are you sure I can have this? I know, this cake is really good. Yeah, my husband got it as a gift at his office, but there's no way that we can finish it, so you enjoy it. You like sweets, right? Thank you so much. I love cake. A good friend in the neighborhood gave me a really nice cake, so I decided that I would go to my husband's parents' place to share some. Ryota doesn't eat sweet things, and I can't finish it alone. I get along well with his parents and my sister-in-law, Katomi, as well. We also live relatively close together, so I often walk to their house to visit them. Whoa, this is the Shizukaro seasonal limited cake. It looks so good. Thank you, Asuka-chan. I'll pour our finest coffee for this. Yay! We were all enjoying our little tea time when a visitor showed up. Huh? It must be the drink delivery person again, huh? She's so annoying recently. My mother-in-law went to the door, and when I was listening to the conversation, it seemed that Katomi was right. The drink delivery woman who was giving out samples was at the entrance again. Oh, we just told you that we weren't interested a few days ago. I'll just leave the sample here. I don't want the sample because that makes me feel like I have to order, so no thanks. She said no from the get-go, but... You just need to drink some. I won't force you. It's fine. Please don't come back to my house either. We won't need your service. She shut her down. But the woman... We're seriously just handing it out. She just wouldn't give up, so you could hear them talking about this the whole time, all the way from the living room. We should probably help your mom out, right? Oh, she's the type to say no to things she doesn't like, so I think it's fine if we leave him alone. I'll just go check it out. I decided to go to the entrance. Hey, the coffee's getting cold. The saleswoman looked at my face and looked surprised. Are you the married-in wife? She asked with a serious look on her face. Yes. She suddenly started grinning creepily. I was confused when... What? Ryoto-kun married someone with a face like this? I don't believe it. What? A face like this? I'm Ryoto-kun's ex, Maki. She exclaimed. Huh? Are you Maki Araoka? My mother-in-law seemed to finally catch on after she heard her name. You figured it out. It's been a minute. She suddenly started talking to my mother-in-law like they were best buds. Apparently, she knew that this was his home to begin with and was frequenting just to see him. Huh? I didn't know Ryoto-kun had this kind of flavor. I thought he was more interesting back in the day. Huh? Really? Seriously? He must have really lost his taste after we broke up. I feel bad for that, though. You really married him with a face like that? I feel so bad. You know that you're not good enough for him, right? You should get a divorce and leave, honestly. You don't feel like you're kind of shameless? Oh my gosh, she's pissing me off. Sorry, I'm so ugly. Yeah, I think Ryota's probably way out of my league, but that's besides the point. She kept talking about my looks, and I was getting so upset, but since she had seen Ryota's mother before, I couldn't figure out what to do. I just kinda listened. Then, my mother-in-law spoke up. Okay, yeah, ha 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 ha, you got jokes. Huh? You've never been my son's girlfriend before. How rude of you. Now you're bothering us, so please leave and don't come back. She chased her off. I was confused. Wait, what? Is that her ex? That's not her ex. Huh. The coffee is all cold now. It was such a good coffee, and I was in such a good mood. She came back up in arms. That stupid lady Maki was here again. She thinks that she's still with Ryota. I thought it was over. Yeah, seriously gross. It was like the week before last. She just keeps coming. I thought it was weird. She's always grinning like she knows me or something. Ugh, gross. Huh? They didn't date then? No. I listened to their story, and apparently she was following Ryota around everywhere. So much that it was creepy. She wasn't his ex or anything. She would follow us around our house, and his father and I even spoke to her parents, but it was pretty rough. She even followed him to his college, too. Even after they graduated, she followed him around for a little bit. But I think if you told him that she said he was his ex, he'd be furious. I see. Ryota never told me about that. Ryota's pretty upset about it for a while, so I think he likes to pretend like it just never happened. Then, later in the evening, I would hate for something to happen to you, Miss Aska. We will send you off to your house. Seriously, that girl is way too clingy. They said they would drive me to my house. Just as we left the house to get into the car, my mother-in-law said, Look, behind that lamppost. Get in the car, hurry! Oh my gosh, do your job! Aw, thank you so much. Thank you for the cake. Come by anytime. Tell Ryota about this because this is gross. Yes, ma'am. I will make sure I get revenge for you. Don't you worry, dear. Huh? I had no idea what was going on, but my mother-in-law drove home. Man, I was that ugly, huh? After she said that to me, I could feel my self-confidence waning. I just couldn't be happy that day. That night, I told Ryota about what happened, and he said,
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about her. Ugh, disgusting.
According to Ryota, it wasn't just that she would follow him around. She would steal his shoes, steal his Valentine's chocolates, and even his pens, pencils, and gym clothes.
She would be wandering around the outside of my house for a little while. I was afraid to leave at all.
I see.
And she said that she was my ex? That's terrifying. Are you okay? She didn't do anything to you?
No. She just called me ugly about 10 times without saying that I'm ugly.
No. Mom should have stopped her sooner.
It's okay. Your mom and sister both really covered for me. The day after that whole debacle was Saturday, and my mother-in-law, along with Katomi, showed up to report to me what had happened. In addition, they come to hang out. I put a call complaining about this whole incident to that drink delivery company. Huh? Apparently, she called the woman's company later that day. Your sales employee, Maki Araoka, brought a sample to my house and kept calling my valuable daughter-in-law ugly, and leave, and other vulgarities. On top of that, she just kept trying to give me this useless, stupid samples after I repeatedly told her I wasn't interested. What kind of training do you provide to your employees? The boss was apparently quite surprised and didn't stop apologizing. And she literally sits in front of my house from lunch till evening. She's literally the same woman that stalked my son when he was in high school. So if she comes again, so help me God, I will call the police on her.
I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. I will handle this right away. She will not be going to your house again. I assure you.
My mom was yelling at her phone. It was terrifying. I just let her talk for a while to make her screw up. I could have stopped her sooner, but I'm sorry. I know she said quite a few disgusting things to you. She's so kind. I understand now. By the way, she kept saying those things about how you were ugly, but you're totally 100 times prettier than that girl. Your face, of course, but that weird, creepy aura is just, well, creepy. Thank you, Katomi. I thought that I was ugly, and I've just been staring at a mirror playing the staring contest with this ugly face. By the way, I already called her parents' place as well and told them that the next time I see her around me, or mine, or any of our properties, I'm going to call the police. Apparently her parents didn't know about it either, so they're gonna take her and move to the middle of nowhere. I was so lucky to have such a kind mother-in-law. You guys want to watch TV or something real quick? I'm gonna go grab some cake. Oh, you really don't have to. I have to express my gratitude or I won't ever forgive myself. I ran to the nearest delicious cake store and ordered 3 $7 a slice shortcakes. It's so good. Thank you, Asuka-san. It's melon, right? Melon had to be expensive. Let's keep in touch, okay?
Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you next time!